Have you ever wondered what true prosperity really means? Is it about accumulating wealth, acquiring possessions, or is there something deeper at play? What if I told you that prosperity, as we understand it in today's world, is only a small part of the greater picture, and that the key to unlocking a truly abundant life lies in something entirely different? Something internal, in the hustle and bustle of modern life. We've been conditioned to believe that success and happiness come from external sources, money, status, and material wealth. But is that really what brings lasting happiness and fulfillment? What if the path to true prosperity doesn't lie in what you can own, but in who you are and how you align with the universe? Now, imagine if there was a way to attract more abundance, not just in the form of wealth, but in your overall well-being, personal peace, and spiritual growth. What if the secret to unlocking prosperity was something as simple as how you approach your daily life? A principle so profound, yet so simple, that could transform your reality from the inside out. Today, we're going to explore this profound idea from the heart of Buddhist teachings, an approach that goes far beyond material wealth and delves into the core of what it means to be truly prosperous. We're talking about how your mind, intentions, and actions can reshape your life and draw prosperity towards you in all its forms. Are you ready to transform the way you view success, wealth, and abundance? Stick with me until the end, and I promise you will walk away with a deeper understanding of prosperity, one that doesn't just change your bank account, but transforms your entire life. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button if you're ready for a change. Share this video with someone who could use a shift in perspective, and comment below with your thoughts. Have you ever experienced a moment where prosperity seemed to flow to you unexpectedly? Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss a new video packed with insights and inspiration. Let's get started. 1. Prosperity in Buddhist philosophy, beyond material wealth. In Buddhist philosophy, prosperity is a concept that transcends the mere accumulation of wealth or material possessions. It is often described as a state of mind, a harmonious balance between the inner and outer aspects of life. True prosperity, from a Buddhist perspective, is not about having more material goods or financial success. Rather, it involves cultivating mental clarity, contentment, and a sense of spiritual richness that comes from understanding and embracing the nature of existence. At the core of Buddhism lies the understanding that suffering, dukkha, arises from attachment, the pursuit of wealth, and material success, if pursued with excessive desire and attachment, can lead to dissatisfaction and suffering. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that our attachment to external possessions, whether they are wealth, status, or even relationships, ultimately creates bondage. This is not to say that wealth is inherently bad, but rather that the attachment to it, and the belief that it defines one's worth or happiness, is the root of suffering. In fact, the Buddha often taught that true wealth comes not from what we accumulate, but from what we cultivate within our own minds. The idea that prosperity is an inner state is fundamental to Buddhist teachings. By cultivating virtues like generosity, wisdom, and compassion, we create the conditions for true wealth to manifest in our lives. These virtues are not just ethical guidelines. They are ways of aligning our minds with the deeper truths of life, which, in turn, naturally lead to prosperity in all its forms. Generosity, for example, is not merely about giving away material goods. It is an attitude of openness, of giving from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. Wisdom involves understanding the impermanent nature of life, and compassion allows us to connect with others in a way that enriches both ourselves and the world around us. When we speak of prosperity in Buddhism, we also refer to the deep spiritual connection between the mind and the world we experience. The state of our mind, whether it is filled with peace, clarity, and positive intentions, shapes the way we interact with the world. A peaceful mind tends to attract opportunities, fosters harmonious relationships, and creates a sense of fulfillment that is not contingent on external circumstances. In other words, the cultivation of inner peace is not just a personal benefit. It has the power to transform the world around us. When we align our minds with spiritual principles, the external manifestations of prosperity, whether material or otherwise, will follow naturally. One of the key practices in Buddhism that supports this alignment is mindfulness, sati. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware in each moment. It is about paying attention to our thoughts, words, and actions without judgment. Through mindfulness, we gain insight into the true nature of our thoughts and emotions. We begin to see how attachment to desires, whether for wealth, success, or approval, fuels our suffering. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to let go of this attachment and to focus on the present moment, where true peace resides. Mindfulness also helps us cultivate a deeper awareness of our surroundings and interactions. It brings clarity to our thoughts and decisions, which enables us to act with greater intention and purpose. When we align our actions with our higher purpose, we create space for both material and spiritual abundance to flow into our lives. This awareness not only enhances our personal well-being, but it also shapes the way we relate to others and to the world, creating an environment where prosperity can naturally flourish. Buddhism teaches that true prosperity arises when we are in harmony with the natural flow of life. This requires letting go of the need to control outcomes, to accumulate wealth, or to define our worth by external measures. Instead, we focus on cultivating virtues and practices that bring us into alignment with the deeper truths of existence. As we practice mindfulness, generosity, and compassion, we invite prosperity into our lives, not as a goal to be achieved, but as a natural byproduct of living in harmony with our higher purpose. Ultimately, the teachings of Buddhism remind us that prosperity is not just about what we have, but about who we are. It is about the state of our minds, our hearts, and our relationships. When we cultivate inner peace, clarity, and wisdom, we create the conditions for true prosperity to arise, one that transcends material wealth and brings a sense of lasting fulfillment and joy. 2. The power of intention in Buddhism, transforming actions into prosperity. In Buddhism, intention is everything. Our thoughts, words, and actions are deeply interconnected, and the seeds we plant with our intentions ultimately shape the world we live in. According to the law of karma, every action, no matter how small, carries consequences, and these consequences are directly influenced by the intentions behind the action. In other words, it is not just what we do, but why we do it, that determines the outcome. At its core, the Buddhist concept of intention, satana, emphasizes the mental state behind every action we take. Every thought, word, or deed has an energetic imprint, and the intention that drives it can either uplift or detract from the quality of our experience. This is why intention holds such importance in Buddhist teachings. The Buddha himself frequently stressed that right intentions, those rooted in compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness, are the foundation of a wholesome life. Think of intention as the seed from which our actions grow. If we plant seeds of positive intention, such as kindness, generosity, and patience, the outcomes we experience will reflect these virtues. On the other hand, if our intentions are clouded by greed, jealousy, or anger, the fruits we bear will be filled with conflict and dissatisfaction. In this way, intention is not just an abstract concept. It is a tangible force that shapes the course of our lives. The key here is mindfulness, being aware of the intentions behind every action we take. Whether we are engaging in daily activities like cleaning, working, or conversing with others, we have the opportunity to infuse these moments with intentionality. By consciously choosing positive intentions, we can transform even the most mundane tasks into opportunities for growth and prosperity. This is not to say that we should always expect immediate results. Rather, the practice of aligning our actions with pure, compassionate intentions sets in motion a process that inevitably leads to positive outcomes over time. Buddhist teachings, particularly the Noble Eightfold Path, offer a practical framework for cultivating right action. Right action, sammakamanta, is one of the elements of the Eightfold Path, and refers to living in accordance with ethical conduct. It encourages us to engage in actions that are beneficial to ourselves and others, actions that promote harmony and reduce suffering. In terms of prosperity, right action is not limited to large, life-altering decisions. It also encompasses the small, everyday actions we take. For instance, when we clean our home, we are not merely performing a physical task. We are engaging in an act of mindfulness, making a space for prosperity to enter. The act of cleaning, when done with intention, can become a ritual of purification, both for our environment and our minds. Just as in the practice of mindfulness, every action becomes an opportunity to cultivate the right intention, creating an energetic field that invites prosperity and well-being. For example, when we clean our homes, with the intention of inviting positive energy, we are not just tidying up physical clutter, we are also clearing mental clutter, letting go of the past, and creating a fresh space for new opportunities to arise. This aligns with the Buddhist principle of non-attachment, where we detach from the things that no longer serve us, be it physical objects, outdated beliefs, or negative emotions. By acting with the intention to purify and renew, we create the conditions for prosperity to flourish. There are countless examples of individuals who have experienced profound shifts in their lives by consciously choosing to live with intention. For many, prosperity is not just about achieving material success. It is about aligning with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. Intentional living allows individuals to focus on what truly matters, such as relationships, personal growth, and inner peace, which, in turn, attracts abundance. Take, for example, the story of a successful entrepreneur who, after years of focusing solely on profit, realized that his actions were driven by fear and greed. He decided to change his approach, and began to incorporate mindfulness and intention into his daily work. Instead of chasing after money, he focused on providing value, serving his customers, and fostering a work environment of kindness and respect. As he shifted his intention, he noticed not only an increase in his business success, but also a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Prosperity, he realized, was not just about external wealth. It was the result of aligning his actions with a sense of purpose and intention. Similarly, people in relationships can experience a transformation when they begin to approach their interactions with pure intentions. By bringing mindfulness to our communication, we are able to foster deeper connections, reduce misunderstandings, and create an environment of love and support. This intentional approach to relationships leads to greater emotional prosperity, an essential component of a truly abundant life. The practice of intentional living, as informed by Buddhist teachings, is not about perfection or achieving immediate results. It is about cultivating awareness, setting positive intentions, and letting go of attachment to outcomes. The more we practice this, the more we begin to notice the positive shifts in our lives. Intention, in this sense, becomes a guiding force that transforms not only our actions, but also the world around us, leading us to a more prosperous, harmonious existence. 3. Buddhist rituals for prosperity, the mindful practice of cleaning. In Buddhism, rituals are not just ceremonial acts. They are expressions of mindfulness and spiritual practice. The purpose of ritual is to cultivate a sense of inner peace, to harmonize the mind, and to purify both the individual and the environment. This is especially true in the context of prosperity rituals, where cleaning and purification serve as powerful tools for clearing negative energy and creating space for abundance to flow. Cleansing and purification, clearing space for prosperity. In Buddhist tradition, cleanliness is closely tied to spiritual purity. The act of cleaning, whether it is sweeping the floor, washing dishes, or tidying up a room, is seen as a purification of both the external environment and the inner self. In the same way that we clean a dusty table to make it usable, we cleanse our minds of distractions and attachments to make space for greater clarity, peace, and prosperity. The practice of cleaning is a form of mindfulness that brings awareness to the present moment. Each stroke of the broom or cloth becomes an opportunity to focus on the task at hand, to be present, and to release any lingering mental clutter. This act of mindfulness transforms a simple chore into a spiritual practice, one that purifies the mind and invites positive energy into the home. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is often compared to a mirror. If the mirror is dusty, it cannot reflect clearly. Similarly, if our minds are clouded by negative emotions, distractions, or attachments, we are unable to perceive the true nature of reality. By practicing mindful cleaning, we clear the dust from our mental mirror, allowing clarity and prosperity to emerge. Symbolic ingredients for prosperity, aligning rituals with Buddhist principles. Buddhist rituals often incorporate natural ingredients that carry specific energetic properties, each symbolizing different aspects of prosperity, purification, and spiritual growth. These ingredients are not merely for aesthetic purposes, they are used intentionally to connect with the deeper energies of the universe. Bay leaves, in Buddhist rituals, bay leaves are often used to symbolize success, protection, and the removal of obstacles. They are believed to attract good fortune and success when burned or placed in spaces. The scent of bay leaves is thought to purify the air, creating an environment conducive to prosperity. Just as the Buddha taught the importance of removing obstacles on the path to enlightenment, bay leaves help clear the path to material and spiritual success. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is a powerful symbol of abundance and attraction. It is used in Buddhist rituals to draw positive energy and wealth. The warm, sweet aroma of cinnamon is believed to invite prosperity and open the heart to generosity. It represents the universe's abundant nature, reminding practitioners that the flow of prosperity is infinite and available to all. Lemon. Lemon is often used in purification rituals, symbolizing renewal and cleansing. The tartness of the lemon reflects the sharpness of the wisdom needed to cut through ignorance and attachment. In the context of prosperity, lemon is used to cleanse the space of stagnant or negative energy, making room for fresh opportunities and positive growth. The bright yellow color of the lemon also symbolizes enlightenment and spiritual awakening. Salt. Salt is a universal symbol of purification. In Buddhist rituals, it is often sprinkled around the home or used in cleansing rituals to remove negative energy and obstacles. Salt is believed to absorb and neutralize harmful influences, clearing the way for prosperity to flow freely. Just as salt is essential for life, so too is spiritual purification essential for attracting both material and spiritual abundance. These natural ingredients are more than just tools. They are reminders of the deeper principles of Buddhism, the impermanence of all things, the importance of purification, and the interconnectedness of the universe. When used mindfully, they serve as powerful symbols of prosperity and spiritual growth. 4. Personal growth through rituals. Reflections on transformation. Rituals are more than ceremonial acts. They are powerful tools for personal transformation. The act of engaging in rituals, especially those focused on cleansing and purification, creates a space for introspection. Whether it is cleaning the house, meditating, or offering prayers, these actions allow us to reflect on our inner state and examine the emotional and mental clutter that may be weighing us down. Rituals provide a unique opportunity to ask ourselves, what changes do I see within myself as I cleanse my environment? Transforming inner blockages, the metaphor of cleanliness. In Buddhist philosophy, there is a profound connection between the external world and the inner world. Just as dust and clutter accumulate on surfaces, so do mental and emotional blockages accumulate within us. We may not always notice them, but over time, negative thoughts, attachments, and limiting beliefs can pile up, creating internal chaos. In fact, the physical act of cleaning can serve as a metaphor for clearing these internal blockages. When we clean a room or tidy up our surroundings, we are essentially offering a space for clarity to emerge. Similarly, when we begin to clear our minds of negative thoughts, unhelpful attachments, or ingrained fears, we make room for something new, whether it be personal growth, financial success, or emotional healing. This is where the transformative power of rituals lies. They provide a structured, mindful way of engaging with the process of self-cleansing. Take, for example, the Buddhist practice of decluttering as a way to remove mental obstacles. When you clear a cluttered room, you are also symbolically removing emotional clutter, those unresolved issues, fears, and resentments that cloud your mind and heart. This cleaning process does not simply change the physical environment. It creates a shift in consciousness, offering clarity and space for new opportunities to emerge. A personal story of transformation, rituals leading to prosperity. There are countless personal stories of individuals who have experienced profound transformations through rituals. One common thread in these stories is that the act of engaging in these practices, whether it's cleaning, organizing, or even performing simple acts of mindfulness, has led to tangible changes in their lives. Take the story of a man who had been struggling financially for years. After discovering the practice of mindful cleaning, he began to use it not only to organize his home, but to clear his mental space. He would dedicate time each week to tidy up, and during this process, he would meditate on the intention of creating clarity and abundance. After several months of regular ritualistic cleaning, he noticed a shift not only in his living space, but also in his financial situation. New opportunities came to him, unexpected business offers, favorable investments, and increased earnings. His financial prosperity began to align with his inner state of clarity and purpose. Similarly, a woman shared how her personal life improved after she began to use ritual to clear mental and emotional blockages. By focusing on intentional actions, whether cleaning, purifying, or just pausing for mindfulness, she was able to break free from a cycle of anxiety and confusion. Over time, she found herself more focused, her relationships improved, and she started to experience a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. These stories are not isolated. In Buddhist teachings, rituals are seen as a means of refining the mind, body, and spirit. They offer a structured, deliberate way to align our internal state with the external world we wish to manifest. By engaging in rituals with intention and mindfulness, we allow ourselves to become instruments of transformation, whether through the act of cleaning, creating space, or focusing on clear intentions. Rituals can serve as gateways to prosperity and personal growth. 5. Gratitude as a key to unlocking prosperity. Gratitude is an essential element of Buddhist philosophy, and it is far more than a polite expression of thanks. In Buddhism, gratitude is seen as a transformative practice, an energy that has the power to shift one's mindset and attract prosperity, both materially and spiritually. The practice of gratitude, a transformative force. In the context of prosperity, gratitude is deeply intertwined with the flow of abundance. It is the antidote to greed, envy, dissatisfaction, negative emotions that can block the flow of wealth and happiness. When we express gratitude, we acknowledge the present moment and the blessings we already have. This act of recognition opens the door to further blessings. It shifts our energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance. Gratitude in Buddhism is not about accumulating material wealth, but about cultivating an internal state of contentment and recognition. It is an acknowledgement of the goodness that already exists in our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. A simple moment of gratitude for a meal, for health, or for the beauty of nature can connect us to the flow of prosperity. The more we express thanks, the more we create space for prosperity to manifest. By practicing gratitude regularly, we shift our consciousness from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. This shift not only changes the way we perceive the world around us, but also aligns us with the natural flow of the universe. When we express gratitude for what we have, we affirm that we are open to receiving more. This practice reinforces the law of attraction, where positive energy begets positive outcomes, aligning gratitude with financial prosperity. In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is often seen as a key to unlocking financial prosperity. Many practitioners report that by cultivating a regular gratitude practice, they begin to notice new opportunities and experiences that contribute to their financial success. The more grateful they become, the more they are able to attract wealth, not necessarily in the form of large sums of money, but through the creation of opportunities, connections, and resources that lead to financial abundance. It's important to recognize that gratitude is not only about receiving wealth, it's about being open to all forms of prosperity. This includes health, love, peace, and personal growth. When we focus our gratitude on these areas, we invite even more blessings into our lives. The universe responds to the energy we emit, and gratitude creates a vibration that attracts more of the same. Consider the example of a Buddhist practitioner who has long struggled with financial difficulties. After implementing a gratitude practice into daily life, expressing thanks for the small things, acknowledging the abundance in their life, they begin to notice a shift. They start to meet new people who offer business opportunities, or perhaps they gain new skills that increase their earning potential. These changes happen not by force or effort, but by the subtle shift in energy that gratitude creates. Gratitude opens doors and makes us receptive to the flow of abundance. It is a powerful reminder that prosperity is not just about material wealth, but about recognizing and celebrating the gifts we already have. 6. Recognizing the subtle signs of prosperity. In Buddhism, prosperity is not always grand or overt. It often arrives in small, subtle forms. The true challenge is not in acquiring wealth, but in recognizing these subtle signs and acting on them. Prosperity can manifest in unexpected opportunities, a shift in mindset, or the cultivation of meaningful relationships. But to experience these signs, we must first be aware of them. Awareness is the key to unlocking prosperity, and it is through mindfulness that we learn to recognize the opportunities around us. The importance of awareness. In Buddhist practice, awareness is paramount. This goes beyond the awareness of the body or immediate surroundings. It is the awareness of the subtle energies and shifts that occur in our lives. Prosperity, in its most subtle form, often comes not in the shape of windfalls or sudden changes, but in small, incremental opportunities that require us to be alert and open. In this sense, prosperity can be viewed as a process, not a final destination. The universe may present signs of prosperity, whether through an unexpected phone call, a chance meeting, or a sudden shift in perspective. But if we are not attuned to these signs, we may miss them. Mindfulness helps us to cultivate this awareness, allowing us to see the opportunities that others may overlook. Acting on opportunities, the role of right effort. Once we recognize the subtle signs of prosperity, it is essential to act on them. In Buddhist teachings, right effort and right view are vital components of the path to enlightenment, and they are equally crucial in the pursuit of prosperity. Right effort means acting with clarity and intention, while right view requires seeing things as they truly are, free from illusions or distractions. When we align our actions with clear, positive intentions, we are better able to step into the flow of prosperity. This is not about forcing opportunities to manifest, but about cultivating the mindset and actions that allow prosperity to flow naturally. By staying aware and acting with right effort, we ensure that we don't just recognize the signs of prosperity, we act upon them and invite further abundance into our lives. Real-life examples of subtle prosperity. Sometimes, prosperity doesn't arrive as a large financial windfall, but in more subtle forms. A new job opportunity, a fresh perspective, a valuable connection, or an inner sense of peace. A Buddhist practitioner may find prosperity in the form of a new relationship, a beneficial conversation, or an intuitive insight that opens up new possibilities. These subtle forms of prosperity often arise when we are in a state of mindfulness, and they require us to be alert and ready to act when the time is right. For example, a practitioner might experience a shift in mindset after a period of meditation, leading to a clearer vision of their goals and greater confidence in pursuing them. Or, a seemingly small connection with a stranger may lead to a significant career opportunity or business collaboration. In Buddhism, prosperity is seen as part of the natural flow of life. It doesn't always come in the way we expect, but it always comes when we align ourselves with the right mindset and awareness. Well, we've covered a lot today, and I hope you've gained some valuable insights into how the principles of Buddhist teachings can help you cultivate a life of true prosperity, one that goes beyond material wealth and taps into the deeper aspects of happiness and fulfillment. Now, I want to ask you, how can you start applying these teachings in your own life? What small changes can you make to begin attracting prosperity in a more mindful and meaningful way? Remember, prosperity is not just about wealth. It's about balance, clarity, and alignment with your higher purpose. As we've discussed, it starts with you, your mind, your intentions, and the actions you take. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it so that others can benefit from these insights as well. Share it with a friend or family member who might be on a similar journey to personal growth and prosperity. Your comment below would mean a lot to me. Tell me what you think about these ideas and how you plan to bring more abundance into your life. I love hearing your thoughts and experiences. And remember, prosperity isn't just about what you get. It's about who you become. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you can stay updated with all of our latest content. This journey toward prosperity is ongoing, and we're here to walk it with you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see how you transform your life by applying these principles. Stay mindful, stay grateful, and keep thriving. Until next time.